The Water Police and Diving Services is a specialized unit within the South African Police Service. Their mission is to respond to all water-related emergencies throughout the country. This includes underwater body recoveries, search and rescue operations, crime scene dives, and flood incidents. WPDS units are strategically stationed across South Africa, and today we will focus on the Gauteng province. In Gauteng, the WPDS comprises 34 trained members, including divers, dive supervisors, and vessel handlers. The team is organized into 4 operational units in Tshwane, Sidibeng, Ekurhuleni, and Johannesburg. Unlike many police units, water policing is not a full-time position. Each member has a primary role elsewhere within the South African Police Service and volunteers for water policing duties in addition to their regular assignments.
Water policing is a voluntary secondary function, which means there are no fixed establishments for water police. All of the members do these on a voluntary basis amongst their primary duties, which vary from different kinds of units. So currently the problem is that there hasn't been a training course since 2018. So it's leaving a large void of members, and as I said, their primary functions also play a large role. So they all collaborate together, come and back each other up to combine and do the search as we are doing today.
Their daily duties involve a wide range of specialized tasks, including underwater jackstay searches in zero visibility conditions, locating submerged vehicles and drowning victims, supporting detectives with underwater crime scenes, collaborating with the Canine Search and Rescue Unit, Air Wing, Drone Unit, and Gauteng Emergency Services, participating in community education during awareness campaigns, providing flood response and swift water rescue. Every dive that is conducted must have a detailed risk assessment.
Everything in the diving world goes about safety. Each dive, no matter what the scene is, starts with the hazard and identification risk assessment done by the dive supervisor. This is for the safety of our divers. The risk assessment is done, it's for the various conditions in the water, any dangers, and the dive supervisor calls us and advises the members on how long they can be under the water, how long they can dive. As you see, they surfaced and they were allowed another 10 minutes. But every dive each dive is planned, and the motto is to plan your dive and dive your plan.
Despite their expertise, the WPDS faces challenges, one of them being the availability of members since it is voluntary. Another challenge is misinformation from witnesses.
Witnesses often give inaccurate locations. And as you can see, this is quite a large dam. So for them to identify the location at 3 o'clock in the morning when this allegedly happened is very difficult. The only reason that they could pinpoint here is one of the persons, the uncle, allegedly knows how they operate, and he could give us sort of a location. However, when this afternoon, when nets were pulled out, it was in a totally different location. Why our water police are diving here is because 2 of our sniffer dogs identified this location, which allowed us to conduct this dive and in this specific area. It doesn't always mean that the body will be found here, but that gives us a starting point.
One recent example of misinformation from a witness is a recent case at Bronkhorstspruit Dam. According to witnesses, a group of fishermen had gone out in the early hours of the morning to lay illegal fishing nets. Around 2 to 3 a.m., strong winds capsized one of the canoes. One man fell into the water and never resurfaced. The WPDS was called in later that afternoon.
There was a lot of wind due to the weather conditions. As we all know, Wednesday, yesterday, was a lot of wind, and it causes a lot of waves on the dam.
In one of the most emotionally challenging missions this year, the Water Police and Diving Services were deployed to Centurion following the disappearance of 3 constables from the Free State province who went missing while traveling to Limpopo. Throughout the operation, the Water Police and Diving Services worked hand in hand with search and rescue, forensics and local authorities to bring closure to the families and honor their colleagues. Whether recovering a life lost or rescuing someone from the brink, the water police and diving services serve far beyond the call of duty.